Hey guys, Dave Bags here, and I want to welcome you guys to yet another Bagcast. And boy, oh boy, we are just about a week and a few days away from the release of Titanfall 2. That's right, guys. I call this 0 hour. Now, it's a metaphor. But the reason I call this 0 hour is because, technically speaking, it is 0 hour. There's no time. I'm sure the developers are trying to get all the loose ends tied, and they're trying to get everything squared away before October 28th to make sure everything goes off without a hitch. But you know what? It is 0 hour. If it's not done by now, it ain't getting done. It ain't getting done. I mean, everything has to work, guys. Everybody at Respawn right now is probably thinking, okay, here we are. We're a week away from the biggest release in our history. Now, this game is going to be probably the biggest game in our history. And we expect it to be even better than Titanfall. So everything better work. I'm talking about the servers. I'm talking about customer satisfaction. I'm talking about everything that is Titanfall 2. When we release this game to the public, whether you pre-ordered the game or not, when everybody starts getting into the lobbies, everything better work without a hitch. This is the time that everything that they've worked for since March of 2014, and probably beyond that, all of the work, all of the extra hours worked each week by the developers, by the software guys, by the map design team, just everybody. The sound effects, people working in the Foley stages, you name it. Everything that they've done up to this point is going to be judged, not only by themselves, but it's going to be judged by people like you and me. And I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there right now that are chomping at the bit. Boy, they can't wait for something to go wrong. The people out there, the cynical people that are just waiting to rip Titanfall 2. They can't wait to get into a match so that they can get booted. And if they have a channel like me, oh man, this is going to be great stuff to talk about. Boy, how bad Titanfall 2 is, right? There's a lot of people out there that are like that. A lot of gamers, a lot of YouTubers out there are wanting this game to fail. But it's not just this game. It's every game that comes out. There's always that person. There's always that group of people that just, when a game is released, they just can't wait to talk negatively about it. Now, the big thing with Titanfall 2 is the campaign. If you played Titanfall 1, the original, it had a campaign, but it wasn't a campaign. It was kind of like training wheels on a bike. Now, the bike still was moving forward and it was still able to be used, and you felt like you were on a bike, but when you looked down and saw the training wheels, you were like, nah, that's not how it should be. That to me was the campaign in the first Titanfall. And that's what's going to be criticized in Titanfall 2. There's people out there right now waiting to criticize the campaign. But at the same time, there's a lot of gamers like myself that I've never been into campaign play. I've never been into the single player type game. I've always been into multiplayer, and so this is not going to be a time for me to criticize the campaign. This is actually a time for me to look forward to doing something different on my channel. This is something that is new, and it's fresh, and it's something that I can't wait to talk about. But it is 0 hour. It is. And make no mistake about it, guys. Vince Zampella, John Shearing, all the guys at Titanfall right now, right as I speak, even as I'm making this video, even as I release this video, these guys are probably twiddling their thumbs. They're rocking their leg. They're bouncing their knee. They're fidgety. They're going to work Monday through Friday, making sure everybody has this done and this done and this done. Are we good here? Are we good here? Because it's one thing to have the physical copy in the store and on the shelves. That doesn't mean the game is done. The big question is, how is the game going to perform when you've got thousands of people in the lobbies and playing on the servers, wanting to join matches? That's the big question. And I don't think Respawn is going to mess this up. I remember playing Battlefield 4, and there was a lot of issues early on. I didn't complain about it. I played the game for what it was, and when I can get into a game and when I wasn't booted from a lobby, I enjoyed it. I didn't make a big deal, out of it. But Titanfall 2, this is the next step for these guys. This is the next step for Respawn. And for everybody that's played Titanfall, the original, like myself, I think for the most part, we want the second game to be, we want Titanfall 2 to feel as if it's a Titanfall game. And look, when I played the alpha or the pre-alpha, I felt that. I did. What I will tell you, and I'm kind of rewinding here and I'm going back to the pre-alpha, but what I will tell you here when it comes to my early assessment of Titanfall 2 was when I played Titanfall 1, the original. Let's roll back a little bit. It was the first-person shooter game that I ever played where AI-controlled bots were part of a multiplayer experience. And because it was new and because I come from a Call of Duty background and that was my game years ago, I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that you had all these AI bots in Titanfall. But over time, I started to realize that the AI-controlled bots were an integral part of what made Titanfall original. But I still wished, even in the original Titanfall, I still wished that the AI-controlled bots, whether it was the Spectres or the Minions or the Grunts, were more of an incentive to kill in the game. I found myself killing the AI-controlled bots in Titanfall because they were in the way or because I was having a bad streak against pilots. So this was kind of my way of thinking I'm doing really well if I can kill a bunch of AI-controlled bots. And attrition was like that. I could play attrition and I can get of AI-controlled bots and I can get some pilots, but there really, to me, wasn't a feel of I have to kill these AI-controlled bots. In Titanfall 2, and I gotta be honest, I don't remember the game mode. I wish I did. Bounty Hunt. Yeah, Bounty Hunt. I remember it. In Bounty Hunt, it was the first game mode that I ever played on any Titanfall game mode, whether it was Titanfall 1 or the 3 game modes or the 2 game modes or the 3 game modes or whatever it was that they gave for the pre-alpha that really made the AI-controlled bots mean something. So if you haven't played, basically when you played Bounty Hunt, you had to take over a drop zone at the beginning of the game, whether it was Alpha or Bravo. And in these drop zones, these pods would drop. And in the pods were AI-controlled bots. The more you killed, the more money you made. The more money you made, the more you would help your team when you deposited the money into the bank. So you basically had to take over these drop zones. You had to kill as many pilots and as many minions and as many specters and as many grunts and as many things as possible, which include titans. And then once that was either captured or it was taken away, there was a point in that game where you actually had to deposit your money. So I felt this gave me incentive to kill these AI-controlled bots. And I thought Respawn did a good job with this. Even though it was a pre-alpha, it was the first game mode that I ever played where you actually had real incentive to kill the AI-controlled bots. A lot of people may not even agree with that, but I've been playing Titanfall from the beginning, and I always felt that the original Titanfall needed to give you more incentive to make use of the AI-controlled bots. I think that was my biggest criticism of Titanfall, but I still love Titanfall, and it's the best first-person shooter game that I've played. And if that's my only criticism, then so be it. And if they in fact fixed it for Titanfall 2, then it's a win-win. And I think with 0 hour upon us, as I stated earlier in the video, this is the time that everything is going to either make or break. It's on, guys. It's on. It's on for the developers. It's on for you and me. It's on for everybody in the Titanfall community, and it's on for the PlayStation 4 users as well, because these guys, if they haven't played it on a PC, this is a brand new experience for these guys. So this is kind of like a first impression for a lot of PlayStation 4 users, and it's a first impression for those who have an Xbox One or a PC that really didn't buy the first Titanfall. So this is a big deal, in my opinion. 0 hour. Again, it's a metaphor, but it's almost down to the last minute here, where everything has to go right. And I have a feeling in my gut that everything is going to go right. I do. I'm really excited about it. The content for my channel, I mean, now forget about the fact that I love the game, and forget about the fact that I can't wait to play Titanfall 2. The whole experience is going to make my channel better as well. I mean, I've got so many videos in my head lined up and so many different ideas, and I haven't even seen the game yet. There may be some game mode that's just going to magically make sense of something in my head that's going to say, wow, let's just do something like this for my channel. But as of right now, I've got some great things that are going to happen for my channel. I'm contemplating on doing a little bit of campaign. I'm not sure because, again, I'm not a campaign guy. I don't know if I want to bore you guys to death with campaign. I might play it just to play it, but I think I might just kind of stick with multiplayer when it comes to my commentaries and stuff like that. But we'll see. But at the end of the day, we are a little bit over a week away from the release of Titanfall 2. I'm taking the day off from work, guys. Yes, I'm a 45-year-old man, married for 21 years. I've got 2 kids that are going to be in school that day, and I'm taking the day off to play Titanfall 2. And you want to know why I'm doing that? Because I can. Because I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man that's going to use a paid time off day at work. And when people say, hey, why are you taking a paid time off day? Do you have something special to do? I'll probably look at them and wink and say, yup, and I won't even tell them what it is. And as always, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I am getting close to 4,000 subscribers. It's 0 hour for Respawn and Titanfall 2, guys, and it can't get any better than this. I'm Dave Baggs. You guys have a good one.